Hey guys, this is XX Media Productions XX along with Bass Pro 391. Today we're going to show you how to tie the salmon steelhead intruder fly, pink style. This is a great fly to tie. It's for medium fly tires. Expensive, but great fly to have in your box. Good for salmon, steelhead, and trout. The materials we got are all from Cabela's. It's affordable, about $15 worth. Flies about $5 each. And the materials we got are, we have pink dubbing here, as you can see. That'd be for the tail. White dubbing we got, also for the tail. We got some black hackle. That's going to be coming off of the fly. It's going to be like the actual tail of the fly. Some pink hackle we got here. That's going to just be wrapping around our dubbing. As you can see, we got black dubbing. And of course, your everyday tools. You got your trimmers and you got your whip finisher. And for our thread, we have Ultra Thread 70 pink. Okay? So as you can see, for the fly, what we did is we started it. We got large or medium, I can't tell what size, black bobbing pin. And we got a small eye. I prefer large eyes, but it's the only thing I had in my box at the moment. And what we did, as you can see, we just completely wrapped from the top to the back of pink thread. We attached the eye with a couple wraps. Then we got some 8-pound test here. And this 8-pound test is attached to a Gamakatsu size 10 hook. That's going to be trailing at when this is getting pulled through the water. That's what makes the intruder. So to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to get some pink marabou. We're just going to trim a piece off. You're going to get 3 pieces. You're going to attach one to the top and one to each side. So you can see here. We're going to attach the marabou. Give it a good couple wraps. Trim that excess off. Make sure to trim the excess off after each wrap and don't leave it on until you trim all of them because you just have a big mess after that. Okay, the next one we'll get on the right side. Make sure all the marabou is lined up at the end. It's perfect. Okay, trim that off. Give it a couple wraps, make sure it's on there. It comes together. As you can see, I attached the pink marabou. I got 2 pieces on here. I don't need to attach the third because I'm going to turn this for you. As you can see, it's on there all nice and even. That's what you want. That's going to be the tail when it's going through the water. Make sure that's fuzzed up. All nice and good. And now we're going to attach our pink hackle. Make sure to attach it from the tip of the hackle. Looks better when you wrap it around the dubbing. Attach that on there. Don't worry about trimming the excess. It's going to be covered up. Pull that away from the marabou. Now we're going to attach the black dubbing. Make sure when you put your dubbing on, don't get a lot. You don't want to have clumps that looks fake in the water. It looks like the fish. It doesn't look like a real fish to the steelhead and salmon. So a couple good pieces will be good enough. You're only wrapping a little bit. That should be good. Now take that dubbing and wrap all the way up over top of any excess that you have. Any excess marabou. Okay, attach some more if you don't have it all the way. And wrap up to about, I'd say, 1/4 of an inch from the eye, just so you have enough room to attach some more marabou. So that's about all you want. Now we're going to attach our hackle. So just wrap the hackle around. Make sure to get that marabou out of there. It tends to stick onto the hackle. Oops. Okay, so we wrap that. Tie that on there. Give it a good pull. Couple wraps. Snip that excess hackle off. Pull that back. Make sure it looks good. Snip any excess that doesn't look, that you don't like on there. Make sure it's all nice and even. Okay, now attach, this is going to be your tail. You got your black hackle here. Snip it. I'd say, as you can see, the hackle is fine at the top and gets thicker and thicker. Snip about halfway in that thick area and attach it right up above that pink hackle so it looks like a tail going through the water. Tie that on. Couple good wraps. Snip the excess hackle off. Make sure it's on there and it's not falling down or anything. Okay, get the other piece. Snip halfway. Tie that on there. Make sure the tails are even and they're the right length of each other. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So you can see we got the tails on each side. You got your hook trailing. You got your hackle sticking up on the top and on the bottom. And you got your pink marabou. Now for the last part, we're going to attach some white marabou. This is going to be the upper body of the fly. So attach a little bit. Pull off any excess strands. An attachment on the top. Now you don't need as much as you did on the back, because this is just the upper body. The tail needs the most marabou. Pull a little bit off of that feather I got here, this white marabou feather. Attach it to the side. Tie that in, make sure it's nice and tight so it doesn't get pulled out if you hook a fish or anything. Attach one more piece right off to the, let's see, the right side. Attach that on there. Snip the excess off. Now pull it back because usually it sticks out. Give it a couple fine wraps so it comes together. I'm looking here, I need a little bit more, so just attach where you think you need some more. Just so there's no white or pink sticking out. You want white covering the complete top of the fly and sides at the top. So we just need a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to attach it to this side a little bit. Wrap it in, stick it on there. Trim any excess. Okay, that looks good. Now just pull it back, give it a couple good wraps. Just make a nice little head behind the eye. Pink. And then to finish it off, we're going to get a little black dubbing here. We're going to dub a little black head behind the eye in front of the white marabou. You don't need a lot for this, just enough that covers behind the eye, covers that pink thread. So wrap that in. Okay, we need a little bit more there. Okay, that's pretty good. Now wrap up top. Give it a couple nice wraps just to fill in that little blank spot. Whip finish it. Now I like to whip finish it 2 times on this fly because just in case, a lot of wear and tear, if that one of them little knots come out, that fly could be ruined, and this is a good fly. You don't want one of these flies to be ruined. This takes a lot of material to tie. So I usually give it about 2 whip finishes just for a little backup, sometimes 3. Okay, and I just snip that excess thread off after you pulled it tight. Look at the fly. If there's any trimming that needs done, trim like a little bit of these excess marabou pieces. Anything a little too long, trim. Make sure you don't cut up everything. Looks fake. Get your make sure them 2 black tails are on each side. They are, just pull them down a little bit.